Hello, everyone. Last week I answered some questions in German that have been sent to us via our social media channels. And today I would like to do the same with the questions that have been sent to us in English. So again, there are loads of questions. So unfortunately, I haven't got time to answer every single one of them. But I'll pick some of them. One question from Australia, from Bernie79. How often would you see land during this race? Well, that's a good question. The last time I saw land was the north coast of Spain as we rounded Cape Finisterre and exited the Bay of Biscay. But there is a slim chance that I might see one of the Antarctic islands, for instance, the Kerguelen Islands, at the end of the week, in a week's time, or then Cape Horn. But yes, we do not see land very often, but that's good in a way. Land is also a bit associated with risk. If I ever have a problem, I like to be well clear of land so I have space to rectify the problem and to maneuver. A question from Pixel and Dots. If I ever get bored when I sail solo? No, I think boredom is the wrong word. It does get a bit monotonous because yes, you're on your own and the days quite often look quite similar. But there's always stuff to do. So whenever I somehow get a sense of boredom, I look at my job list or a list of checks that I have to do, and I immediately get busy again. Or I try and catch some sleep. So I'll barely ever sit there not knowing what to do. Then we have a question from John Moshakis, how I feel about the Southern Ocean. Well, when you sent us this question, I wasn't in the Southern Ocean yet, but now I am well and truly in it, south of 40 degrees and past the Cape of Good Hope. I'm actually feeling all right about it. I think one of the most important things is to kind of change your mindset a little bit. The Atlantic was all about sailing as fast as possible. Now it's much more about sailing the boat safely. It's not always about sailing the fastest, but actually sailing the safest. So that this trade-off has to be very present in your mind with every decision I make. But I think so far I've done an all right job, and I'll just try and keep it that way. And then maybe a last question from Laurent Berna. Do you prefer the sea or the mountains? Well, that's a good question. As a Swiss, I love the mountains. Now, I normally say that when I'm at work, naturally the sea is my environment and I love to be out at sea. But whenever I'm on holiday, I prefer the mountains over the sea and the beaches. That's it from me. Have a nice Sunday, everyone, and I'll get in touch again soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.